Hey guys, this is the first inclined plane problem from your study guide. So with these, you have sort of a step-by-step approach with the ones we're doing. So the first step you're going to do is find your force of gravity. And that is going to go straight down from the box. And to find your force of gravity, it's always mass times 9.8. So you have a mass given to you of 10 times 9.8. So your force of gravity is 98 newtons, all right? From here, the next step is to find your perpendicular and parallel force. So perpendicular goes into the ramp, and it's perpendicular, or at a 90-degree angle to the surface of the ramp. And that's abbreviated like this. And then parallel force goes parallel to the surface, and it goes down the ramp, right? So that's abbreviated like that. The two formulas for these are your force of gravity times cosine of theta for your perpendicular, and then sine of theta, force of gravity times sine of theta for your parallel. So you would type in your calculator 98, that is a 9, cosine, and then your angle in this case is 40. So when you do that for your perpendicular force, you're going to get around 75 newtons. And then for parallel, you're going to do 98 sine 40, and then that is going to give you 63 newtons, all right? So that's your second step, is doing those two. From here, you're just going to do your opposing angles. For all of our inclined plane problems, we're always going to have them either at rest or constant velocity. In reality, you can have things accelerating, but for our purposes, we're going to stick to ones with net force of 0. So when we have a net force of 0, your normal force is going to be the same as your perpendicular force. So in this case, it's 75 newtons, and that's straight across from your perpendicular force. And then your friction force goes up the ramp, opposite of your parallel. All right. And that is going to be the same value since we have a net force of 0, so it'd be 63 newtons in this case. All right, so you've got all your forces labeled. So perpendicular and normal are the same, friction and parallel are the same, and nothing is the same as gravity. Right. The last thing in this question that I'm asking you to find is the coefficient of friction. So you're going to use your coefficient, your friction formula. So that is your friction force equals your coefficient, which is mu, times your normal force. All right, so you're going to basically plug in 63 coefficient, which you're solving for, and then 75. So 63 divided by 75 would give you your coefficient, which is going to equal 0.84. And you're generally going to see coefficients less than 1. Occasionally, you'll see something different. But so anyway, that's all the steps for these. Please let me know if you have any questions, because you have 2 of these on your test.